So I think the first question will be, do you trust Holden as a narrator?
No,
Why?
because, like he said, he's a terrific liar.
Yeah, he's the most terrific liar you ever saw in your life. He admits that he likes lying and exaggerating for no reasons, just because he likes. So, uh,
Yeah,
yeah, that makes us realize that we shouldn't trust on every single information that he gives us.
exactly. So, why does Holden wear the red hat? Do you know?
I think that what I understood about it is that he wants to use the red hat when he's anxious and uh, when he is nervous. Uh, Not only because he likes how he looks on it, but also because he wants to stand out, and he's trying to um, challenge the norms of society, the things that he is always trying to challenge. He doesn't want to be like the others, and so he uses
Yeah,
that to get comfortable.
he's very rebellious.
Yes, he's very rebellious. Do you have any other thing to add on to the discussion about the Red Hat?
I think it's like you said, he wants to be different and express himself with
Yeah,
this uh, young rebellious thing he has.
yeah, he wants to express who he is or something. What does Holden reveal about himself throughout these chapters? Apart from the fact that he's tells us that he lies a lot, he shows us more of his tendency to dislike things, and oh, there's this person and there's like Ackley, and he just talks about how he does not like Ackley, and then all those other things. But then after he tells us the story about his brother, and then maybe it shows something more deeper on why he is like that.
So he also says that he's very sarcastic when he's in the mood, and
Yeah.
like he likes to read a lot, uh, but he says that he is illiterate.
Illiterate.
Is
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's just not like he likes to read and reads a lot, but he says that he's illiterate because he's just, this common thing. He is used to talking about himself in a bad way. I think
yeah,
after he,
depreciating.
yeah, depreciating. After in the book he talks about being a weak guy. And then there's the exhibitionist part when he says that he's an exhibitionist guy, which is
Yeah.
actually another question for after. So,
Holding's actions at the beginning of chapter 4 may indicate what about his state of mind.
um, in the beginning of chapter 4, he goes through those. He starts having some more intense, not intense, but is in the beginning. Is the first time that we see him interacting with a lot more people than one only.
Yeah.
So it shows his inability to connect with other people and how he feels detached from these interactions, and that he does not really like engaging in social activities. I think that's it.
Yeah, he has some difficulties to like these social things.
Yeah, which makes all his like steps. He always steps back to look at things and only criticize and not be a part of them. What favor does Stradler asks of Holden? Why do you think he does this, and why is it ironic?
He asks him to compose
Composition.
yeah, and he does it for like being ironic because he is academically successful, and Holding is failing in this.
Yeah, it's ironic because he's good at school and Roland's not. He's failing, and he does it. He asks for him to do because he has a date with Jane that he needs to go and needs to prepare himself to.
Yeah. What does Holding mean when he says, I am an exhibitionist?
He means that he likes to call attention to him. Basically, it's in the situation that he was helping Strauss. No, he was in the mirror. No, wait. Stradlater later was in the mirror shaving, and he was behind doing all his things. He was exhibiting himself. So he calls himself like that because he knows that he likes attention and he likes having an audience.
Yeah, it's a point that he likes to have attention, but in other way he has difficulty to socialize.
He needs validation and things, right?
Yeah.
So, who is Jane Gallagher? And why is she important in this chapter?
Yes. She wasn't the Holding's neighbor.
Yeah, she was his neighbor in like the last summer.
Yeah.
Not this the last summer from that year. Or
like she had a special significance for him.
I think it's like we can understand that maybe he was into her in some way because they played the game together, but she appeared again in his life because she's now going on a date with what's the name of the guy? Stradlater. Well, whatever.
How do you think Holding feels about Jane? Why?
Oh yeah, well,
you
sort of talking
you
about
already
it.
said.
Yeah, but basically he like now in the moment he seems curious about the date and the relation between Jane and Stradlaters.
Yes.
Maybe, probably because he's interested in her. How does Holden feel when Ackley comes back in, everyone?
He's a little frustrated and annoyed.
Yeah, Ackley, I think in that moment, Ackley disrupts Holden's concentration on his writing, and
Holding didn't like his habits, like
how he didn't like Ackley as a whole. He was dirty and didn't brush his teeth, so he felt nervous. It's another thing that he says that he says he's a nervous person. So he was uncomfortable as he always is when Ackley is around.
Why do you think Holding wears the hunting cap when he writes the essay?
I think it's again because he wants to be he somewhat found a way of being comfortable when wearing that hat, so he wants to get into his own world to write his thing, you know, and remember of his
Yeah.
past. Who is Ellie and how does Holden view him?
Ellie was Holden's young brother who died from leukemia.
From Ligma?
Ligma? Ligma what?
Yes. So he died from, yeah, he died from leukemia, and obviously he's in grief about it. Has always been, and it shows that maybe that thing that happened in the past might have changed Holden's personality to become what we see in the book today.
Yeah, it affected him a lot.
Hmm. And
And Ellie used it to write poems.
yeah, that's why
And
also he writes a poem
yeah,
to Ellie, to Ellie, but the piece of writing he needs to do, that's dedicated to it, thinking on it. Yeah. But he's always thinking about it. He's frustrated. Yeah. But he remembers that he was like highly intelligent, kind, and exceptional, a good a good brother, a good person.
what details from Holden's past is revealed?
He well, basically what we already said about his brother. He always tells us about the incident with the windows, you know?
Yeah, he broke with his hands, no?
Yeah.
And even now he struggles a little when he like move his hands.
Why did he
He can
break them?
so he broke it because he was angry and sad with the death of his brother. And
Yeah, it impacted him a lot.
yeah,
The night that Ellie died, he broke all the windows. So, uh, what does the baseball mitt mean to Howden?
it wasn't the symbol of Ellie's intelligence for him, something like that.
Yeah, it's a symbol for him to remember how good of a person Ellie's was, how intelligent he was. It shows
Yeah,
more to us about his connection, his last connection with his dead brother.
it's like what he has from his brothers is this to remember him. And what character traits of Holdings does the final paragraph of chapter 5 reinforce?
So, in the end of the paragraph, the final paragraph is just him um, looking through the window and just, again, it's more of a metaphorical way. He's just looking at things as he always does. He's, he's just there.
Yeah, like he was looking for a connection with people.
Yeah, like he does it before. He was just there alone. It expressed his loneliness, and
Mm, his desire for relationships and
yeah,
meaningful relationships.
and plus that he has some problems with his feelings because he's angry. He calls Ackley a son of a bitch because of his fingernails and yeah. So it shows that he does not really know how to interact with people, and he's just there alone, looking at the window, just watching cars trying to get started. Okay, guys, thank you for watching our episode of Wow Podcast Alguma Coisa. See you later next. next
Bye,
episode.
guys.